Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you to a special video in which I need some feedback from you, my wonderful and talented viewers, so that I can decide what to do next with the Monday Out of the Park Baseball franchise. The Pirates have gone on quite the tear since we took them over. They've won 5 World Championships, which is tied for second most. And I think that would be. And I think we're just reaching the point where I'm kind of getting bored with them. There is an obvious number to chase here, which is that number 6, which is that 6th and then 7th title. We were actually tied with the Giants until they won the World Series this year. Didn't they win it this year? They did. So until then, we were actually was tied for the most. So I'd have to win 2 World Series, and the Giants would have to win none, and neither could the White Sox or the Phillies. Anyway, that is where we are with the Pirates. We are the number 2 franchise, again tied in terms of pennants. We're the number 1 in the National League. So yeah, it's been a really good run with the Pirates, and I'm just thinking we're reaching the point where there's not much more I can do with this team. So I wanted to offer you 2 other outcomes, but let me first expressly respond to the one recommendation someone put on the Monday video, which is the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs have been super gangbusters as a franchise, and yes, they were bad this season. If we go to the standings, they were the worst team in the NL. But I'm not convinced that would be very fun for me, because I want to make the team respectable. I wanted to make the team interesting and competitive and fun, and not take over an already established franchise like the Cubs. I mean, the Cubs are, by a lot of measures, one of the most successful franchises in Major League history. So instead, I offer to you 2 other alternatives. The 2 teams, namely, that have never won a World Championship: the Boston Red Sox and the Detroit Tigers. The Red Sox have won a single pennant as the Boston Reds back in 1895, so they haven't even made the playoffs for 25 years. The Tigers you've actually played as once before with the Keokuk Westerns, into the Detroit Wolverines, and then I got fired. So maybe I don't want to play as the Tigers, but it's another interesting challenge, and I think it's one that's worth revisiting. So that's what I'd like to hear from you, the viewers. Would you like to see me, A, continue with the Pirates, try to win our 7th title and prove ourselves a dominant team in Major League history? 2, take the Tigers from a mediocre franchise to one capable of winning pennants and maybe a world title, even though they fired me. No, the Phillies fired me, not the Tigers. Yeah, the Tigers are okay. Or finally, the Boston Red Sox, taking arguably the worst team in the majors, with an asterisk. It is fair to point out that they only started in 1882. However, that would be an interesting challenge, to make the Boston Red Sox a worthwhile challenger. Now, all of this being said, I wanted to show you the current season so you can understand where we'd be picking in the draft. The Red Sox would give me the number 2 overall pick. So we'd be sure to get at least one really fantastic player. If we pick the Pirates, obviously, we would not have a great draft pick, but we'd have a pretty great team already. And it wouldn't take much for us to push over the brink and find the promised land once again. If we choose the Detroit Tigers, we would get the number 6 pick, which is going to be enough for a great player, but probably not a franchise-altering megastar. They're also closer to 500, which means they would be more likely to be competitive in the near future. The other two things to consider are is specifically the Highlanders. This New York team is mega scary. And even under the very best of circumstances, I think we'd have to get extremely lucky to actually win an AL pennant. And maybe that's fine. Maybe we just have to hope that something changes or they do something stupid or whatever. But I do think that there's going to be a difficult path back to the playoffs if we go the American League route. Certainly until they begin divisional play, which isn't going to happen for a while. Several decades. If we wanted to stay in the NL, there's not really a team that's interesting enough to me. Maybe the Dodgers. I could see maybe playing as the Dodgers. But they've already been successful, and again, I want to be the person that makes them truly successful. But I would entertain that option as well. Although the Dodgers did finish pretty close to 500, so it wouldn't be an appreciably better draft pick than, say, the one the Tigers have. But regardless, let's focus on the three main options for now. If you feel passionately about a particular team, want to drop it in the comments. I'll think about it. Maybe someone will come up with a cool idea that I just haven't thought of yet. But option one, keep going with the Pirates. Chase down that seventh world title. Once I get that, I will instantly stop with the franchise and pick a new team. That's, I think, the last hurdle to clear. That's the last one that I would consider. Option number two, make the Boston Red Sox a respectable franchise worthy of contending for the AL pennant, even if realistically speaking we probably won't be winning any pennants anytime soon, without something changing for New York. Third and finally, take over the Detroit Tigers and take them from mediocrity to success and see where that gets us. I'm deliberately not showing you the existing teams because I want to be surprised when I look at them. You can obviously see that apparently Vin Campbell had a pretty good year for Boston. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of information here that will really affect the decision. Other than the fact that Detroit apparently has the best closer in the AL, at least last season. So do go ahead, go to the comments, let me know what you'd like to see me play as next. And then I will probably post on the comments of this video and pin it once I've made an announcement, and then you'll get to see that new franchise or the same franchise on Monday. So thank you for watching and supporting the channel simply by clicking like on a video or subscribing or commenting. You help me out quite a bit. And without you guys, there wouldn't be a purpose to this channel. I would basically have no point. So thank you very much. If you ever commented on a video, ever subscribed, ever liked, it means a lot to me. And please keep doing that. Until next time, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.